Hey guys and girls, and welcome to my tutorial on Kip Up today. There's been a lot of requests on Kip Up lately. I've actually never gotten a Kip Up request until late last month and early this month. Just like a lot of people have been requesting Kip Up, and I just found it a little strange how everyone would just want to learn Kip Up like during this time period. Like everyone just sent me a request. And yeah, so this is just me telling you guys that I do in fact read all your messages, all your comments, and actually, maybe I don't. Actually, while I talk about that, I might as well put the camera down. I don't respond to a lot of messages in my inbox because there's just so many questions that people ask me about certain moves, and I don't want to give off the impression that I don't have time to answer questions because you know I do my frequently asked question videos and stuff, but yeah. If you've sent me a PM or like a private message on YouTube before and I haven't responded, I'm really sorry. It's just I get over like 50 a day, and it's a little overwhelming for me to answer all the questions. But so I just want to get that out. If you do feel like you still want to ask that question, go to my Facebook page and ask it there. You have a way better chance of me answering it there, just because everyone's going to be able to see the answer to the question, so I won't have to answer it like twice. And so that's about it, and let's get started with the tutorial. So before you start, or actually before I even do my little lecture, I'm just going to teach you or show you what it looks like. Here we go. So that's what it looks like. It's called Kip Up. It's also called a Chinese Get Up, and it's also called a lot of other things, but for this tutorial, I'm just going to call it a Kip Up. So, a common myth is that people think that their legs are too long, or their legs might be too short, their arms might be too short, or might be too long. But you know, I've seen people of all sizes do the Kip Up because I breakdance with such a diverse group. There's the really tall and kind of chubby ones that could Kip Up, but there's also the really short and like skinny ones that can Kip Up as well. So don't try to make an excuse on saying that's your legs or something. You can do it. You can do it. And flexibility isn't really an issue when you learn Kip Up either, just because it's not that dynamic of a move, because you know all you do is scrunching in and then pushing out. But one thing that is true about the Kip Up is that your timing has to be nearly perfect for you to actually complete a nice one. And that timing will just come out of muscle memory from you practicing it over and over again. So I think I covered all the frequently asked questions about this move that I've gotten in my message box. So yeah, for Kip Up, you know, you're gonna, like you saw before, you're eventually gonna roll back like this. And let me put down the camera a little bit more because I'm kind of paranoid on whether you can see me or not. Okay, yeah. So you're gonna roll back like this. You're gonna roll back. Your feet aren't gonna be like squished together. You're not gonna be all stiff, and you're not gonna just go back like that. Sorry for the image of my butt, but you know it's butt. But it was necessary. I said butt again. Oh my gosh. Okay. So yeah, just keep your legs loose. You know, you don't have to keep them super stiff. But what you want to end up doing is you're gonna roll back and then scrunch in. It's as easy as that. Well, so far. So all you do, like, I'm not even worrying about my hands. I'll keep them like this for you. Like, I'll just roll back and then scrunch in. That's all it is. Now, when you do put your hands on the floor, when you do this, I've seen people Kip Up with all different kind of hand positions. Like, they'll Kip Up. Let me screw a little bit this way. They'll Kip Up like this, or they'll Kip Up like this. And I've seen people Kip Up like this before. But you know, when I first began and when I first started learning, I put my hands like this when I rolled back, so I would end up in this little position. So my hands could just like, I don't know, it's like this flapping motion that happens, and you do that, and then you get sprung up. Okay, so I talked about the hands, I talked about rolling back. Okay, this is probably going to be the biggest issue that you're probably going to have when you learn kip up. It's probably going to end up looking something like this when you first try it. Unless if you're naturally good at it, I don't know, it only took me a few tries to get kip up, but you know, some people are different. It might end up looking like this, you know. And you might just slam your back, and I forgot how much that hurts. But yeah, but what you want to do to practice not doing that, you want to just go ahead, you want to roll back, scrunch in, and then pop on your back. At first you might think, Junie, you're stupid, you just did what you did 5 seconds ago, except you just landed on your back again. But what you're doing is you're learning to pump your legs so that this doesn't happen again. See how much I love you guys and girls? I'm like freaking pounding my back. Okay, but yeah, so to let that not happen, you want to go ahead and practice this. Oh God. That. Because if most people, when they kip up, they do this sort of thing. And then they ask, how come I didn't get all the way up? It's because you're not giving yourself the boost that you need from scrunching in and then exploding out. So it's going to be something like, boom! Like, you know, like you just really want to emphasize that kick. So after you get the kick, you're probably going to realize, oh, I'm getting closer, I'm still laying on my back, but I'm getting closer. After you practice the scrunch in and the boom, you want to make sure you're timing the boom right, because you're going to reach a certain point when you're on your back, you're here, and then you're going to get to a point where you can't go any further. This point is not where you pump, because if you wait till you can't go any further, then, you know, like, you're not going to go anywhere, and you're just going to end up doing like a rainbow sort of thing. You're going to go like something like that. But what I do is, again, you know, feel free to use my advice at your own discretion. You know, I don't promote that my way is the best at all whatsoever. But this is just a tutorial just to help, you know. But what I do is I get to my peak, and then I let my body drift a little bit out. Like again here, I reach my peak, I go a little bit, and that's when I scrunch out. Because I feel like if you wait till your peak, your momentum is gone, and when you pump your legs, you'll only go up. But if you wait till your momentum's gone, but then you start drifting back, and then you pop up, like, I hope that makes sense. So yeah, you want to really work on that timing. And as soon as you feel like you're drifting back, don't wait until you drift back. Just right when you sense that you're feeling to go forward again, that's when you pump. And when you do pump with your legs, your arms are going to do a sudden boost. It's similar to like boom, right? It's not extending. It's more of a dynamic push. Like, it's not like that. It's not like that. But it's like you do a push rather than extend. You just, and yeah. I've seen some tutorials already on kip up when I first started, and some of them said you could use your head, some of them said not to. I'm just going to say do whatever makes you feel comfortable. Just make sure if you do use your head, make sure you stretch your neck, and just to keep any injuries from happening, because I wouldn't want you to get hurt or anything. So I covered the arms, I covered the legs. Honestly, that's about it, other than the fact that a little tip in the beginning might be when you do kip up, you're probably going to want to, after you push, you're going to want to throw your arms over so it helps you get onto your feet, as in like that. Because I can imagine if you didn't do it your first time, you might end up looking like this. Like that. And there you go. So that's that's my tutorial. This is definitely not the most pleasant one that I've ever done for you guys and girls, but you know, oh man, I'm so brain dead right now. Okay, so yeah, I hope you guys and girls enjoy my tutorial. Be sure to like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Tumblr, because I'm a social networking whore. And if this is my first tutorial that you're watching of mine, hey, my name's B-Boy Junie. What's your name? And yeah, so that's about it. And deuces!